Hi guys, a bit of a different video today. I thought you guys might find it interesting just to see what games I actually play and then what my hobby space is like and that sort of thing. So I just thought I'd give everyone the quick tour. So the tour actually starts outside of my hobby space because somehow I managed to secure putting the board games in the dining area, so that's pretty cool. So this is what I've got. So you can probably tell which ones are mine. I've got Zombicide Black Plague. For some reason I accidentally threw the lid away, so it's actually the bottom of the box in the Star Wars Legion box as well. I think it's one of those things where I was tearing up some old boxes for spray painting and I think I accidentally grabbed the lid, which was pretty dumb. But yeah, quite like Zombicide. I'm just actually currently selling my first edition Zombicide stuff, just 'cause I don't really play it anymore, but I think if I did want to play it I'd probably just buy the second edition. The only thing is I've painted everything up, so I'll have to redo that at some point, but I'll keep in Black Plague for now. I've got Memoir 44. This is one of those things where I've seen it played, I really want to play it, so I bought the board game, still need to sort of roll, well you don't actually roll dice in that, do you, but you know what I mean. Oh wait, no, you do roll dice. Undaunted is the one where you don't roll dice. So I've played the digital version of Undaunted Normandy. And I basically got this because it's got the campaign system and stuff, but I just need to find someone who is willing to play like a very long campaign with me, so I think that's where it's best. I have a billion Ticket to Rides. This is mostly my wife's things, like the Lego game and you know, all that sort of thing. It's not. Yeah, I tend to go towards the strategic board games, I suppose. I've got Pandemic, obviously, is a classic. Game of Thrones board game, like Diplomacy, but better and way more complicated. Again, I think I've played it in person like once, but again, there's a Steam game which I tend to play quite a lot. Fury of Dracula, again, I've not actually used the physical board game. I've played it on the Xbox with a couple of people a few times. I need to actually like play the board game. War of the Ring is actually my favourite board game. I've got the 2 expansions. There's a new one, Kings of Middle-earth, I think, and then the Fate of Erebor, which links to the Hobbit game. I've only ever played vanilla because I find that I play it and then I don't play it for 6 months, and then like I won't need all the expansions basically because I'll sort of struggle to remember the actual rules to begin with. And then down here you got, again, some classics, Catan, Small World. I mean, those are all the classics. Space Hulk, I've got that all painted up and everything. That's quite nice to give that campaign a go again. Sheriff of Nottingham I've never actually played. But I saw it played on Will Wheaton's tabletop thing, it looks pretty cool. So that's ready to go again. Stone Age I have played, it's a worker placement one. I think it's one of the best ones, to be honest. Trivial Pursuit, I'm not very smart, so that's kind of, I'm not very good at that. Carcassonne again, classic game. I have the version on my phone, so again that tends to get played on my phone. Splendor, I wasn't too fussed by Splendor, but my wife liked it, so that's why we have it. Dixit, you can tell my wife's obsessed with this and has every expansion. A number of them are in shrink wrap, you may notice. I think she played the Disney one recently with when she was with her family, so yeah, it does get played. It's very, I quite like it. I'm not very good at it though. And then finally we've got we got a lot of the Seven Wonders. We like Seven Wonders. We tend to play a 2-player, which is why we veer towards, I think it's Duel, isn't it, a 2-player one? Yeah, we tend to play Duel quite a lot. Yeah, pretty sure there's one other we play, but I honestly can't remember what it is. Dead of Winter, very good game. Again, that's just a co-op survivor with a traitor in it. We tend to play it so it's more likely there's a traitor, so if there's like 4 players, we'll have we'll deal 5 cards, one of which is a traitor, so cause I think they deal it so it's a little less likely there's a traitor, but we quite like there being a traitor. Journey to Middle-earth is one of my favourites as well. well, it's kind of up there with War of the Ring. It's yeah, I've got everything for it, so I'm just very keen to get a campaign on the go. I played through one entire campaign before, but that was it. So yeah, keen to get on. So those are the board games. So quite the collection. I think we've reached saturation point where now, if we're going to buy more board games, I think stuff would have to go. I've been trying to tell Laura to get rid of first edition Seven Wonders, but no. But yeah, so that's all the board games. So again, without having even made it into my actual office yet, we've got my 3D printing area in the utility room. So I've got FDM resin and then that securing station. And you can see my next terrain project everywhere, which is the Conquest Creation, not Rohan. So I'm going to try and make a board out of that basically. I really suck at printing, so this is why when people ask me like if I'll print stuff for them, I sort of I tend to suggest they do someone else when you get stuff like that with me where it's sort of bent. I just can't figure it out. I was thinking about I mean, I can sort of do it, but you know, it's rough around the edges. But once it's painted over, you don't tend to notice too much. I was thinking about replacing the ender for there's a new Creality one, which I think is more idiot-proof, but I can't remember what it's called. But it's like a big box and it prints like way faster and self-levels and does all that stuff. So, but I think I'm gonna wait till the technology is more idiot-proof, where it's more like a normal printer where you just press a button and it kind of does it, rather than having to sort of like, oh, is it jammed? Oh, is my thing level? Oh, why is my blah? It's just like there's a lot of faff. So yeah, I suck at printing. It's basically a whole new hobby. I thought I could sort of dabble, but I think you can't. I think to get good at printing, you have to kind of accept it's going to be a pretty big part of your hobby. But yeah, I mean, it's super handy. I used the resin and FDM a bunch, and they paid for themselves like many times over. So yeah, definitely one worth having. So this is my actual space. So I get half of the converted garage. I managed to squeeze all my models in here. None of my sceneries in here. I'm not going to do a video on that because it's all in boxes and it's kind of a pain in the bum to look at. But starting with the books, it's just, you know, a bunch of rule books. So obviously play Saga. I've laminated all of the battle boards as well, just because I'm that guy. Black Powder. Again, this is the epic version though. Sharp Practice. I've got a couple of Napoleonics. Oh, I might actually put the camera in the right place. There we go. It's got some kill team there. These are just sort of spare card pockets. Got Hail Caesar. I had the original rule book, but I got rid of it because I need second edition. But that will go there when I get it. And then yeah, we just got some Lord of the Rings stuff that I just kept for the scenarios from the starter kits. Shatterpoint rulebook, Legion rulebook, which is actually useless because you need the online version now that's updated. And then this is just all my sorry, I'm doing it again, aren't I? This is just all my cards for like X-Wing and Legion and that. So they're just all in here in the old card pocket things. Yeah, I've got all my Middle Earth stuff. This isn't actually mine. This is the new diorama thing. So Paul has to go and pick that up and. Yeah, so that will be off my desk soon. I was one of those people who wasn't that impressed by the sort of release, because I was a bit like, I don't like, yeah. I mean, it's, you know, it's an alright model, but it's not for me. So anyway, so I got all the D&D stuff. So this is the Adventures of Middle Earth stuff, which is now out of date because you've got the new Lord of the Rings role-playing game, which basically supersedes it, but this is all based on 5th edition D&D. So I've got this, and I've got the DM screen and stuff, and I've also got the Rivendell book, which is quite cool. I mean, it's just a little book, but it's quite handy. There is a Shire book, but I haven't got that. I'm currently trying to get a few people together to play it. We did. I was DMing for the first time through the Mirkwood campaign using this edition, but we didn't end up finishing it. So I think I did okay as a DM, but I'm gonna prefer to play because I'm yeah, basically. Obviously, everyone's got the D&D player handbook and about 5 characters from defunct campaigns. This was actually quite a good game, but nobody plays it. It's basically, well, it's what it says in the tin. It's Song of Ice and Fire role playing, so it's just Game of Thrones role playing. But it's pretty awesome in that you can have like your own houses and stuff, and like retainers and that sort of thing. And apparently it's quite easy to die. But again, we did like 2 sessions, and then that was it. It's just classic D&D, isn't it? Just like how many people actually? Oh, I think I've finished one campaign, which is where we're playing Curse of Strahd and like religiously meeting up like every other week, and it was just like if you weren't there, then like fine, your character was just like doing something else, and you know that's the only way you can do it, I think. And then someone at the club, Simon at the club gave me a bunch of Battle Games in Middle Earth magazines, which was really awesome. And then I got these just because they're had a couple of scenery things that I was looking at. Flames of War books and Bow Action books, and then Blood Bowl. So that's pretty much all my books. So just mostly rule books, a few role playing type jam. Let's look at the least impressive display first. So this is where my hobbits will go. So I basically won this in a raffle at Tom Patterson's event, Contest Champions last year, which is annoying because now I'm like, I want to start a Hobbit army. So they're the start of it. I've got my Khazad-dûm, which is unpainted. I think I've got everything I need now. I've got a bunch of like Iron Guard. Well, yeah, basically got everything I need. As you can see, I've only got one set of 24 dwarves and 24 rangers, but I just feel I don't really need that many. I 3D printed a bunch of fiefdoms from the Medbury miniatures, which are nice minis. My print job is fairly average, as you can see. So I was going to do 3D printed army with G-dubs, horses, and Imrahil. Well, I think I'm actually going to sack off the 3D prints and get official at some point. Although one thing I do like is I've got the... I don't know if any of you played Shadow of Mordor. In the second one, there's a bunch of Gondorians at God, what's it called? Minas Ithil. So it becomes Minas Morgul during the game. He's done those, which are pretty cool. So I don't really know what I was going to do with these. I was thinking for battle companies, but I don't know. Yeah, I'll see. I think I'll see if any of my mates want to do something with them, but whether I just have them as extras, who knows. Right, this is where my awning's going to go. I've done my bears, but little else. So you'll see in a second, they're on my painting desk. So this is the start of my Haradrim. This is one of those things where I've just been collecting stuff whilst I've sort of been able to get it cheaply. And then, you know, when it comes time to paint it, I'll round off the collection and get them painted. Empty shelf. I can't remember what this is earmarked for, but presumably something important. And then I've got my bolt action vehicles. I have a lot. So I have basically Panzer 1 up to Tiger 2. And then a bunch of other stuff. I don't know why, but if you ask me for my favourite in-game tank, it's actually the Panzer 1, because it's only like 70 points, 2 machine guns. So when I play theatre lists, it tends to not get used because nobody seems to play early war. But you know, if you're just doing reinforced platoon and nobody's really doing theme, then he sort of comes out a fair amount. I also love the Panzerjäger 1. Just the look of it, it's just he was a favourite on World of Tanks for me, or War Thunder. I can't remember which one it was I played. These are my Russians. They're going to be built one day, along with their vehicles. They're going to get painted. There's a bit of overspill. My Germans, I think there's Armada and Vespa at the back there. So this is the unpainted display case. I've got to say I've got X-Wing in there, so yeah, I won't show you that because they're pre-painted. So I've got my Armada Fleet here. I got the Imperials and then Rebels. I was tempted to buy Republican Separatists, but I just can't justify it because I don't play it enough, I don't think. I did paint up all the ships, they're just contrasted. Not the big ships, the big ships come pre-painted. I painted up the squadrons. I just think it looks way better, because literally all I did is spray paint it black, so the stems are black rather than see-through. And then with the ships, I literally just contrasted them, so Imperials darker grey, Rebels lighter grey, and then just pick out the details. And it doesn't take very long, but I think it really just makes it pop a bit more. And then let's see what we got down here. So we've got my Rohan, which I've literally just finished. It's basically one of those ones that have been doing bits and bobs for like years and years and years. The lighting is not great, but I've got my heroes at the front. So I own every model now, I think, which is cool. So I've got 48 warriors at the back, a bunch of heroes at the front. I'll probably take proper photos of all these, and I might actually start using my Instagram again. And I've made some Helmingers out of Victrix Vikings. And then I have 36 riders of Rohans. That means I can do the Pelennor Field scenario if I decide I have several days to play. I've got 12 Rohan Royal Guard. I got an extra one with banner. So that's just a paper printed banner, as you can probably tell, because it looks a bit shit. You got some Outriders there. This is my Flames of War Russians. Again, this is one of those things where I'm sort of slowly rounding out my collection. I'll probably just paint them all in one fell swoop. I got my Ring Bearers at the back, so I was trying to figure out where they're not going to turn yellow from sunlight. So apparently here's where I decided. Got my Dale and Army of Thrall. Again, these collections are complete. They're just waiting for me to get around to painting them. So I got my Saga Late Romans. Again, I think these are going to get phased out. I think these are probably... This is when Contrast first came out and I got really excited and overused it. And they look fine, but I think I'd like to... Because these are the old Gripping Beast ones. So I think I'd like to get the new Victrix sculpts, because I'm a massive fan of Victrix for historicals. So they might get phased out eventually. Long-term project. And I've got my Vikings, which are the relatively new Victrix, which... I'm really pleased with how these came out, actually. Really pleased. So again, I've got a bunch of Berserkers at the front and Hearthguard and then Warriors at the back. And then these are my Anglo-Saxons / Anglo-Danes. I can run them either way, so that's pretty cool. So I've got some Grey Axes and then just some normal Hearthguard. So again, Lothlorien, this is a pretty much rounded out collection, just awaiting painting. I painted up these guys as part of my White Council thing that I was doing, but the rest need painting. Same with the Halls of Thranduil. I've rounded out the collection, they're just waiting painting. German Flames of War, I've got a whole bunch of Wehrmacht infantry. My tanks were all painted, but then I picked up a couple of the starter sets for the Russians, and then they came with a few German tanks, so I've got a few of them to paint. So I've got a bunch of Panzer IVs and Tigers and Panthers and Stugs. These Hetzers actually, interestingly, are 3D printed. So they actually came out alright, because somehow, because I played a lot of Flames of War pre-COVID, and sort of didn't pick it up for a while and picked it up now, and I swear everything's got like really expensive. So like 3 King Tigers is like 30 or 35 quid or something, and they're plastic. So I just printed a bunch of these, and I didn't even hollow them out because I kind of like the feel of them being sort of a bit heavier. And also I tried to do the hollowing out before, and I couldn't drain all the resin, and then they kind of left it in. They completely ruined the print, so I was like, sod it, I'll just do them solid, which I know sort of doubles how much they cost per print. They turned out alright, and it meant I could just print out 10, see if I liked them, which I didn't really. I know they were good historically, but in the game they're a bit like meh. So then I printed them out, tried them, didn't really like meh. It's been used a couple of times, but yeah, I tend to sort of go towards other stuff. Eagles, I need to get Gua here at some point, and then these guys are gonna, I hope they're gonna look really good. I think I'm gonna do some sort of some sort of scenic base with them, but I don't know what. Right, this one. So we've got a mixture here of my Rebels for Star Wars Legion, which I used to play a ton, and now I haven't played in years, which is annoying because it's a good game, but it's just time. So I'm probably not buying any more Legion, but I have enough to sort of use. So I've got, you know, both Luke Skywalkers, a bunch of veterans, normal dudes, Walker at the back, big dish thing at the back as well. I got the speeder as well, which I'm really pleased with how it came out. Again, I think photos will... I'll probably get the light box out at some point and actually like catalogue things a bit better. Shatterpoint, I played one game and I thought it was alright. I've not sort of leapt back to play it. I'm not sort of thought, oh, I've played this once and it's really good, let's play some more. I sort of played it once, I was like, yeah, it's alright. And then I've ended up playing other stuff and not really picking this up. But I think I'll pick it up again soon and give it another play. I just... yeah, I don't really know. It's not... I don't think it's a bad game at all. It just... I don't know. I just didn't really... I don't know. It didn't really excite me that much. But hopefully it will next time. And I'll understand the rules a bit better as well. This is my Sauron and Ringwraith thing. So I've got 2 Fell Beasts. And then I've got all the Black Riders on the scenic bases there. And I've got all the named Wraiths as well. And Sauron in the middle. The Knight of Umbar and Betrayer are awaiting my Corsair army, which doesn't exist at the moment, and my Haradrim army, which does sort of exist, because they're going to be based the same with those, which is why I've not painted them yet whilst I'm figuring out colour schemes and basing and stuff. So they're sort of waiting to go. So I'm really weirdly pleased with my Legion Droid Army, despite the fact it's literally just all contrasted, apart from like Dooku and stuff. But I was really pleased with how Dooku came out. Again, I'm not sure of how well the camera's focusing here, but I'll pull my finger out and take some proper photos at some point. But yeah, a whole bunch of droids, droidicas, got some staps. I'm really pleased with the AAT at the back. That was me trying to airbrush and it came out relatively okay, so I'll take that. I got Wat Tambor as a 3D print. That's mostly for the memes, because obviously he's leader of the Techno Union. Yeah. I don't know, you either know the meme or you don't. Yeah, here's my Imperials. Imperials were my sort of bread and butter, really. I really liked the new Vader, the Jedi Killer one. So this is post, obviously it's all post Revenge of the Sith, but this is like soon afterwards. Then I think this is meant to be more like, you know, like between New Hope and Return of the Jedi or something like that. But yeah, but I'm really pleased with that. Really pleased with how they've all come out, and I got Boba as well, obviously. The only thing I contrasted was the Shore Troopers as well. So I did my Snow Troopers in Imperial Army colours, which I'm not sure how I feel about, because obviously technically they're not Imperial Army, they're Stormtroopers, but you know, or whatever. Got the ATST. I got Kill Team. I'm really bad at it. But I really wanted to paint some Kriegers that didn't cost millions and millions of pounds. Quite pleased with how they turned out. I went for German field grey and then dark grey on the armour. And then yeah, some sort of World War I type stuff with just mud and the old barbed wire in there. Yeah, so I was quite pleased with it anyway. My Napoleonics, I was super pleased with these, and they took absolutely ages. When I was painting them, I could have told you what regiment and division they were, but I basically painted them to be 1812 invasion of Russia. So I think he was meant to be Sanseer, or was he? And one of them was meant to be Raider. And I think, was it like the 19th Bavarian Division as part of like 6th or 7th Corps, Sanseer holding the northern front near Poltava, yeah, something, I don't know, something like that. I've got the 1st Regiment and then like the 7th? 1st Regiment's in red at the back, and then the other one's got yellow with yeah. Anyway, I was quite pleased with my skirmishers as well. So a mixture of Perry and Victrix here. Some of the metals are Perry, and then the plastics are all Victrix. Yeah, I've got my cav there. Oh, interestingly, the guns were actually, they're Napoleonic French, but I basically did a head swap which is why their equipment is wrong for any sort of button counters out there. And Republican Roman Cavalry, these are just my equites. So is this, I think this is Camillan Republican Romans. I always get mixed up between my Polybian and Camillans, but I think this is Camillan. Again, this is sort of painted when contrast came out, so the horses have been contrasted, so yeah. But the guys on top are painted normally. They're quite old now, I think quite a long time ago I painted them. Again, more Romans. I've got a couple of legates with a consul with his lictor guard, which I was really pleased with. And then actually, I think only a third or up to half of the Roman army was actually Roman at this point. Most of it was allied. So I've basically got Velites, Hastati, Principes, Triarii, and I've basically done half as allies and then just half as Roman. You can probably see which is which. This is a mixture of Agema. I think it's actually said a gamer, isn't it? Or because it's Greek, I don't know. Agema miniatures anyway, and then the allies are mostly Victrix. So that's all good. And then my Blood Bowl. I do humans, Skaven, and necromantic. That's the word. Humans are my jam. I'm good with humans, okay with Skaven. Never played necromantic. I only finished painting them recently, so they'll be sort of out and about soon. So that's Oh, 2 displays down. That's where my 2 or 3 Mumacs are going. That's an eBay rescue who is awaiting some buddies. Got my Army of the Dead. That's just sort of contrast and with some highlights, not highlights, dry brush even. And then some teddy bear fluff. Got 3 hunters there. Got my elves. All self-explanatory really. I got a few extra spearmen because I press moulded some shields and did some conversions from the spare elves I had, but I've sort of swapped them out for the official spear and shield dudes. So I got my heroes and a bunch of knights and stuff. I did this like proper old school conversion, but he looks really shit because it looks like he's got a little bean head, and then the shield's press moulded as well. I don't know why I can't bring myself to chuck him out, but he is crap. So obviously I've put him right at the front behind. In front of some of the stuff I'm actually quite pleased with how I've painted. Like Arwen and Glorfindel and the new Elrond are all recent, so I was quite pleased with them, but so at least they're at the front, I suppose. So got my Gondor, again, bunch of knights, all the heroes, got Gandalf. And then, I'm quite pleased with my Osgiliath. So I've painted my normal dudes in black, Osgiliath in blue, but I've sort of done different things with the Osgiliath, so sort of head swaps, chopping up the shields and giving them cloaks, so none of them are sort of vanilla. They've all got something changed. And again, I've just got my Citadel Guard, Guardians of the Fountain Court, Guard of the Fountain Court, and Trebuchet at the back. And there's a bolt thrower somewhere back there. I've got my Rangers of Gondor. I've done enough so I can do an 800 Rangers of Ithilien list, but I can't quite bring myself to do it because that would just be awful to play against. Got my Numenorians. I love my Numenorians. Even though I think you need to ally them with Last Alliance for them to be really good, but I just kind of like running them at 800 and using all the ones I got. Really pleased with my clones. I don't know if I've ever actually played a game with my clones. But I'm really pleased with them. I did the 187th, so Mace Windu's one, just because purple's my favourite colour, and I was just like, we're doing that one. But I did Rex and then Fives and Echo in 501st, because obviously they're named characters, and the Arc Troopers, I think Arc Troopers tended to be separate, so I did them just in red. I got speeders at the back. Again, I don't have any plans to add to this one. I just wanted to paint some clones up, and I can use them, and it's a passable army. I think you probably want the tank, I think, and I don't even know what's competitive in Legion anymore. I've got no idea. So I've got my Wehrmacht bolt action. So I was quite pleased with my guns. I did little emplacements for them. Again, probably do some better photos at some point. So it's not really too much to say really. I sold all of my Wehrmacht and basically bought the newer Warlord kit and basically completely repainted them, which was a lot, shall we say. And my SS, which I'm really pleased with, just the bases and whatnot. And the camo was a bit of a labour of love. The thing is, I kind of wanted it to be sort of muted tones, because obviously historical stuff is more muted. Because last time I went with a bit garish, so you could see it on the tabletop and appreciate the camo, but I've kind of gone more drab, and I think they look more historical, but equally you sort of have to pick them up and look at them properly to get a good look at the camo, but here's what it is. Fallschirmjäger, I think that's just enough for a 750 point thing. I think I basically bought a bunch of sprues when you used to be able to get sprues cheap, so I just made my own machine gun emplacement, and yeah, just enough guys to run 750 list, I think. Oh, one thing of note, I'm quite pleased with this SS machine gun. So that machine gun's 3D printed, but then the guys are just plastic, so I was quite pleased with that, because I don't really like the metal Warlord kits, they're a pain in the ass. But yeah. Oh, excuse me, got my last levy type stuff here. So I've got my Luftwaffe field infantry. I think I've got 21 of them. Just because I used to run everything in squads of 7, but I can make 2 full squads if I'm doing more historical jam. Got my Volkssturm. Again, I love my Volkssturm. I always planned to add to these guys, but never really got around to it. But there's a few from the last levy box set, and then I think there's some resistance dudes in there that I've painted up to be Volkssturm. These guys have actually seen a weird amount of action, particularly my Hitler Youth, despite the fact that it's a squad of 5. They've seen a fair amount of play. Last game they actually did quite well, so cool. Yeah, child soldiers, all good. Oh, and I got my Kriegsmarine as well, just down the middle there. I painted these a long time ago now, as you can probably tell. Same with my Americans. They're pretty dated now, but I am not going to be adding to them because I can't be bothered. So I can sort of make 750 or 1000 with the vehicles and stuff, so sort of passable. I struggle a bit to run sort of historical, full squads. I think I can do 2 full squads and then 3 if I sort of draft in some random dudes to pretend to be riflemen, so I can sort of make it passable. But yeah, I think it's because I used to be a bit sweatier and never used to run full squads because I tried to, part of optimization and blah 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 blah. Easterlings, I'm really pleased with my Easterlings. Again, the paint job's fairly basic, but they just sort of really pop, I think. I don't know, I think it's just the models really, but yeah, I've got a big Chungus at the back. He's hiding at the back so he knows he's overpowered, so it's like, yeah, he's hiding. I do like the old traditional Amda and Kamul combo of Easterlings, but yeah, I can't take it to tournament anymore, she just sort of gets slapped, I think. My Morgul Knights, and then Black Numenorians. The Numenorians are Warriors of the Dead with press moulded helmets, and then I've sort of basically made their heads big and square like the Morgul Knights. Yeah, but I don't know, I might replace them with official at some point, but I like the guy with the glowing sword of justice though, so I was quite pleased with that. Yeah, I suck at press moulding. This one's pretty simple. Orcs. There's a lot of them. You got Shelob at the back. I put her at the back because I hate spiders, so I don't have to look at her. And then I've got all my trolls at the back. The drummer's not seen action yet, so he might come out in a Sauron list or something maybe. Or if we play a stupid number of points. I think otherwise it tends to get left at home. This is kind of where I've dumped a bunch of the heroes. I've got my Blackguard of Barad-dûr, which I love, but don't tend to see too much action. This space is reserved for some more Mordor Uruk-hai, in case I want to run the Cirith Ungol thing. Yeah, just a bunch of heroes really, nothing sort of leaps out, I suppose. And then I'm really pleased with my Rangers, although I'm really pissed off because I lost one of the Rangers, so I got 5 Rangers and 6 Rangers for the North, and like that's just sort of scarred me for some reason. Well, I love Rangers at like 400 or something. They're just Arathorn, Halberd, and then just a bunch of Rangers, really fun and surprisingly good. So that's cool. Moria, I love me Moria. Cave Drake at the back. Just a bunch of goblins, Balrog, some monsters at the back. I didn't realise till I painted it that that drummer dude actually has someone's skin as the drum. I didn't realise till I was painting it. I was just like, oh, I'll paint it the normal drum colour, and I was like, hang on a sec. Got me Isengard. I picked up a bunch of more warriors cheap on eBay, so they're sort of just waiting. So I don't actually need them, apart from maybe if I do the Helm's Deep scenario. I'll need to, I don't know, do it all myself for some reason. But yeah, really, I love my Isengard. Saruman needs to come out to play because he's not actually been used in anger yet. I was really pleased with the paint job, so yes. So that is where Thorin's company is going, but they're currently in one of my to be painted next drawers, and I got the White Council. I've got Old School Thranduil, even though he's not actually in the list anymore. Oh, this Gandalf's part of the Thorin's company, because I basically painted all my Gandalfs at once because I was just like, I'm not trying to remember what I did with each of them. But I want to do Vanquishers at some point, but I think I can only really do it at a tournament, otherwise it's just like, if you turn up without the friendly, then it's not that friendly, is it? And again, I've got all my fellowships. I'm really pleased with the Breaking of the Fellowship. The Amon Hen stuff's okay. This is just the old metal one, which is just a bit of a classic. Got all my mounted stuff and a random Sam with a carrot. And then these are my scouts because they didn't fit on the Isengard shelf. This is probably my most shameful shelf because they're just sort of thrown about. These are my Warg Riders. I think I've got 12 painted, including Chief and Sharku. But I basically got these off of Henry Britton, and I have not got around to dealing with them because I was going to do Wolves of Isengard, despite telling Cam that I thought they were shit. Anyway, and then this is where my epic will go when I have painted all my epic Napoleonics, which I've been procrastinating because it will take me absolutely ages, even though I'm just going to contrast them. So that's everything. I say that's everything, and it's just as if I've only been like recording for 2 minutes rather than like however long this is. Yeah, and I've got my Beornings on the desk. I used to have all my stuff to be painted out to kind of inspire me, but it's get covered in dog hair, so I've got my, the rest of the Beornings and those sort of 4 extra elves I picked up, and then Thorin's company, they now sit in that drawer of shame until they're ready. But yeah, that's... Oh, the only other thing is obviously just to show off my dice. I got all the dice. Yay. And then these are my very limited trophies. He's not a trophy, but he's something else. But yeah, so... yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. So, yeah, I just thought you guys might be curious as to... when I complain about how many, I say complain, it's my own fault, about how many games I play and I never have time for them. Oh, that frame is empty because I am suck at measuring, so it doesn't actually fit the thing I wanted it for. So I need something that fits that. And then, yeah, I had something blue tacked on there, which evidently needs to be screwed in. So yeah, I'll get sorted. Yeah, but just say, when I sort of say, I'll play too many systems, I need to sell out of some of them, then... So I think I've sold out of more systems than a lot of people play. Because I sold a bunch of Carthaginians for Hail Caesar. I sold Blood Red Skies, even though I painted everything up for it. But I was just like, X-Wing's a better game, in my opinion. So if I want a dogfighting game, I should play X-Wing. And I sold out of Cruel Seas. I just kind of read it and got the minis and I thought, oh cool. And then I just kind of never painted them and I was like, I sold it, I'll just sell it. What else? I sold out of A Song of Ice and Fire just because I used to play it loads before COVID, but then there was like a massive power creep that totally ruined the game for me, and then I never really picked it back up, even though I think now it's actually a fairly good and balanced game. But I just kind of thought I'm not picking this one back up, so let's get rid of it. What else? I've sold out of a few more. I can't remember what. I sold out of Age of Sigmar. I just didn't really like it. I loved the Vampire Count stuff, and because I always play Vampire Counts on Total War Warhammer, but Age of Sigmar just wasn't for me, I don't think. But foolishly, I've pre-ordered the Bretonnians for Warhammer Fantasy, so they'll be coming soon, and I have no idea where they're going to go. Maybe that's what that empty shelf is for on that first display cabinet. Who knows? I have thought I need to sort of reduce armies a bit, and I've sort of been looking sideways at Legion, just because I don't play it that much. I haven't played it in years actually, but I like it too much. I like the models, I like the look, and I think I'll happily play it. It's just that, like, if you go to the club, you sort of just, I don't know, you just want to play other stuff first, and then I wouldn't go to tournaments for it or anything. So yeah, but I can't bring myself to sell the Star Wars stuff. It's like Shatterpoint. I'm kind of like a bit like meh, but I spent the time painting it, and I like the minis, and so it doesn't take up much space. But yeah, anyway, I digressed. But yeah, that's my hobby stuff. So I hope you guys found that interesting, and be interested to see your sort of piles of shame. I have mine on display for some reason, so it's just like just having my shame overtly out to like shame me into doing stuff. But yeah, cool. All right, well, cheers guys. I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you in the next one.